man-animal conflict in recent time has seen a very sharp increase. It may be attributed to increase of urbanization, whereby human habitation has now gone up to the wilderness, and the loss of habitat for wild animals in turn has forced wildlife to come in contact with human beings. Apart from that, there are animals like wild boars or leopards who have been living in vicinity of human habitation, and they are very adept living or coexisting with human beings. And therefore, this man-animal conflict, because of their mutual contact, is only intensifying in its severity as well as in number of incidents over a period of time. More so, it is likely to increase in future. The problem with man-animal conflict mostly is that wild animals as such, they do not know any fixed boundaries, and therefore they are not restricted in their existence to only wildlife areas, or for that matter forest areas. Whereas the forest staff, or for that matter forest department, has its limitation in number of personnel, and those who are there are deployed in and around forest areas. And therefore the conflict are not only restricted to forest areas, but they are across the boundary of districts or country and states. So the need of hour is basically to not only depend upon the forest staff, but involve non-forest staff stakeholders in the efforts of conservation. And therefore, as a well thought procedure, as an initiative, we undertook an exercise whereby we involved villagers who are most affected by the man-animal conflict in Zunnar towards the conservation efforts. And therefore, we started training these villagers who are coming on their own as volunteers to train them in wildlife rescue and preliminary medication, so that they become the first point of contact in engaging any wild animal and human being conflict situation.
Junnar Forest Division is composed of 4 talukas: Junnar, Ambegaon, Khed and Shirur. It's a region that has presence of 5 dams, resulting in an abundant supply of water, supporting the growth of cash crop like sugarcane. The continuous sugarcane fields, along with the presence of cattle, has provided an ideal habitat for the leopards to live and flourish. This has resulted in conflict situation with humans in Junnar region for nearly 2 decades now. There was a situation of more conflict that was seen between the villagers and the forest department in the past, which was due to delay in reaching the place of incident or timely response to any call. This delay in the past would also sometimes result in loss of wildlife due to lack of timely rescue. Early in the year 2017, a novel program was launched in the Junnar region to form a village rescue team which had volunteers from the affected region as its active team members. The idea was that this team would act as a force multiplier of the forest department and be a bridge between the forest department and the villagers. Additionally, the aim was to provide a faster response to the affected place, as knowledge of the local situation is a key to solving any conflict situation. All the people in this team have been selected based on their genuine interest in working for wildlife and with an objective to involve local people in the conservation effort. Team is composed of people from various walks of life, from village sarpanch, farmers, media people, vets, photographers, snake rescuers from NGOs, and animal lovers. Training is a key in developing any team, and that has been ensured with the village rescue team too. Various types of trainings are conducted on a periodic basis to keep the team abreast with newer techniques, equipment, laws, as well as knowing about the best practices undertaken in rescue operations in other parts. Even external authorities are called for imparting training. thereby widening the knowledge base of the rescue team members. A team from Wildlife SOS, which works in collaboration with the Forest Department, is also involved in conducting training for the rescue team in various aspects of rescue, including darting and animal safety. Rescue team members work on a voluntary basis with the Forest Department and are provided with a uniform as well as a life insurance cover. During a rescue situation, the Forest Department get a call from the villagers where a leopard is stuck in a well. This information is circulated to the forest staff and also to the village rescue team. The members of the rescue team, who are the nearest to the spot of the incident, are the first to reach and relay important information back to the forest team about the situation, like depth of the well and need for any special equipment. Till the time the Forest Department team and other rescue members arrive, the local rescue team member may build a flotation device for the leopard so that it can rest on it. During the rescue, the team works shoulder to shoulder with the forest staff in all the aspects of work, ensuring that the rescue is performed in a seamless manner. This may also involve talking with the local people to maintain calm during the rescue operation. The main advantage of local members in rescue team was that the villagers knew them personally, and hence as village representatives, they have more acceptability and trust among the villagers, thereby making rescue operations more seamless. Rescues may also be at homes, where the local rescue team members help in crowd management, as well as ensuring that the veterinary and rescue team is able to dart the leopard and safely move it out of the house.
Have a passion towards wildlife. They want to be part of our rescue and conservation program. So it is our duty to motivate them and engage them in our activities. So initially the team has started with a few people. So later, by seeing their activities and some of the people got motivated and they were part of our team. Being the local, usually the first information comes from them. They are the first one to reach onto the spot. And apart from our regular rescue operations, these people voluntarily conduct many awareness activities along with our staff.
Awareness creation is one of the biggest work the rescue team performs. Along with the Forest Department staff, the rescue team members, being known to local villagers, have an easier access and are able to strike an effective conversation within the villages. Schools are one of the best places where awareness spreading about conflict and telling the students about precautions to be taken to avoid the conflict with leopards goes a long way in easing the conflict situation, as kids have a far open mind to absorb new ideas and in turn talk to their parents, making it more effective method in spreading awareness. Apart from schools, the rescue team actively participates in awareness drives run with sugarcane farm workers who come into contact with leopards more often, and awareness helps them in avoiding a conflict situation beforehand. Leopard cubs are found in sugarcane fields, and this awareness of sugarcane workers ensures that due care is taken to ensure such cubs are brought to the notice of the Forest Department. Here the rescue team volunteers play an important role during such situations to ensure such reunions are successfully done, along with the Forest Department and the veterinary team. They keep the people away from the leopard cubs at time of such reunion. Such timely measures are important, and awareness helps a lot in this situation, as normally once the sugarcane is cut, the farmers tend to burn the remaining leaf litter, which can result in a conflict situation as leopardus may turn aggressive due to the loss of cubs. Junar has been at the forefront of the reunion initiative in India. The volunteers of the Junar rescue team also participate in the night patrol exercise along with the forest department. This is normally done in areas where there have been more incidents of leopard sightings, and such night patrols help in engaging with the local villagers and boosting their confidence. Awareness drives during such night patrol also help in engaging with the locals, as well as making them aware of the precautions to be taken. There was always some bad press situations in the past. However, involving the journalist fraternity into the village rescue team has resulted in the press understanding the situation more closely and accurately, thereby helping the situation to be reflected in a more positive light than before, and also helped in changing the public opinion. Over the time, the rescue team has been able to bridge the gap between the forest department and the local villagers, acting as the first line of response. The aim for future is to extend this rescue team to all villages, with 1 or 2 members from each village being a part of this team.